Welcome back, Gadgeteers. As I announced previously, I am now in a hotel room and I'm going to be living here with my wife and her coworker for the next 3 long weeks. So, gathered up some gear and actually bought some new gear that I'm going to show you in just a second, but brought a little portable studio for myself here so that I can do my editing and continue my YouTube channel. And here's the deal. Basically, my wife had to do this for work. She is a part of a remodel team for her work, and we have to be here during the weekdays, but on the weekends, we do get to go home. So I'm gonna miss my doggies, I'm gonna miss my home, and things are gonna be a little bit different, but I think I can live with it. Let's go check out the gear. So we have our mascot here. That was, I'm not sure who brought it with us, but I was cracking up when I saw it. And it's gonna sit on the clock and hang out here. This has gotta be the darkest hotel room I've ever seen. I brought 2 portable studio lamps. Each of them have 15-watt LED bulbs. I would say, judging on the amount of light it produces, it's probably roughly equivalent to maybe a 100-watt, 150-watt bulb. So I've got one lamp there, and then I have another lamp over here. And when I did the opening shot, I was bouncing the light. These lamps were actually 37 bucks. Let me see if I can get a better view with this one. So it comes with the lamp itself and a 15-watt bulb and a mini tripod, which can telegraph up to 18 inches. And it has some light caps. So the one that's in there now is just pure daylight. It has a blue one for blue light and an orange one for probably would be closest to incandescent light. And then I brought with me my MacBook 2015. Now I wasn't sure whether I was going to bring this one or if I was going to bring the MacBook 2017, my MacBook Pro, but I decided to opt for this one just for the fact that it's so light. This system here, I really won't be doing any editing on. So what I'll be doing with this is primarily searching the internet and researching other work that I need to do, because over here is the Yoga 910. So I will be using the 910 for the majority of my editing and pretty much processor intensive work. It has the i7 7th generation in it, so it has the most power out of the 2 systems that I brought. I neglected to mention I also have my C920 1080p Full HD webcam. As you know, the Yoga 910 has the dreaded chin cam. I don't know if you can see it amongst all the dust, but it is down there, right there. It's kind of hard to see. Anyway, this camera is definitely a vast improvement over that, and even with the crappy low light conditions here in this room, this camera actually looks pretty good. And I've got a very inexpensive USB-C hub, and it has an additional USB-C and HDMI, and it also has a standard USB. And then here is my Initech hard drive. Well, actually it's not Initech, the case is an Initech. I bought this external case and I put in it an old 500 gigabyte hard drive that I took out of a MacBook when I upgraded it to an SSD. So I use this as my backup, and basically it has everything, all the raw footage and all the final edited footage from FastGadgets from the beginning. And over here I have my project that I was working on. This is actually the second Raspberry Pi video that I was working on. But unfortunately, one of my critical video files, it was brand new, and I just created it at home, and I didn't bring the Pi with me. I found out, though, that the TV in here actually had an HDMI cable already hooked up, so I could have just went ahead and brought my Pi and finished it right here, because I could have hooked it up to the HDMI and brought my wireless keyboard and mouse. But unfortunately, I didn't do that. And this here, I'm going to go over here where there's a little more light. This is my Toshiba 2 terabyte drive. And on this drive, I've got, probably close to a terabyte of music, and the remainder of it is probably different movies and videos that I have. I've got some old classic sci-fi that I converted from my DVDs. I've got some Blu-ray stuff that I converted from my Blu-rays. I've got a pretty good sized collection of DVDs and Blu-rays, and I converted most of them and put it on this drive. I've got some TV series on here. One TV series I have is Bonanza. I don't know if anybody's watched that before, but I found at the store an actual DVD set. It was the first 5 seasons of Bonanza on DVD. So I converted those over, and I've watched them once, but I love them so much that I watch them over and over. My brother used to watch Bonanza all the time, and he'd watch Gunsmoke. And at that time, I was into science fiction, and I was 10 years younger than my brother, and he was into the westerns. I was into the science fiction. But now that I've gotten older, I remember picking up that DVD set from Walmart, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and check this out. And because I remember my brother watched it all the time. So I went ahead and got it, and I loved it. It was like Star Trek in the Wild West, you know? The thing is, if you've ever watched that show, I recommend you do at least watch a few episodes, because it teaches you morals and values and ethics unlike any TV show today. And you will see a huge difference from that show to what TV shows teach you today. So this whole thing about family values and how it takes a village to raise a child, that's all true, you know? And if the family isn't connected, they don't have to be perfect, but if they're not connected and working together, kids get raised and they're kind of messed up, and they're basically starting behind the 8 ball, and it's harder for them to get ahead in life, and it's really sad. But anyway, enough about family and life. So I think with the tech I chose, I think I'll do okay. You know, I'm gonna miss my Dell so bad. I got so used to that 8-core Dell with the Ryzen 1700 in it. It's just so much faster, and it works so much better. Basically, I could render a video very, very quickly, and I'm going to have to get used to slower renders. I mean, that's the bottom line. And the other thing that sucks is I did a speed test when I came into the hotel first off, and upload and download speeds are about the same at 9 megabits. And I had upgraded my internet at home to 20 megabits up and 150 megabits down. So it's going to be a little bit of a bummer. It's going to take longer to render the file, and it's going to take longer to upload the file. So I'm going to have to be really critical of my own editing and capabilities. As you know, the more mistakes you make, and if you wait until the last minute to check your footage, you always end up with something wrong. I swear. Even if you check the video before you upload it, you watch the final edited video, I try to do 3 stages. So I edit the video, watch the video in preview mode in the editor, render the video, watch the video again to make sure there's no render errors or corruption, and then upload it and watch it again, because sometimes, for some reason, for example, audio will become not synchronized to the video. So you've got all these different things that can happen when you're doing the rendering and going through the process of editing. And you finally get it uploaded and you find there's some problem and you have to re-upload it again. It's really a pain in the butt. At home, I could do, I would say, you know, if it was like a 20-minute video and it was a talking head video, kind of like this one's going to be, I could probably edit it in a couple hours, and that includes previewing it in the final edit and upload, and then create the thumbnail, view it, make sure it's okay, and go live in another hour and a half. So probably 3 to 4 hours and it would be done. If it's something else like a review or something where I've got multiple camera angles and shots, well, that's a whole different matter. That video is going to end up taking, geez, some of them can take 10 to 12 hours easily. It's amazing how much work a YouTuber can put into a one single 10-minute video. So I can do a talking head video, and the talking head video will be quick and easy to upload and get me tons of views, and then I can do a edited video with a script and go through and very carefully compose it and do multiple angles, multiple camera angles, multiple shots, you know, layered nested editing, and get 500 views and spend 10 or 12 hours on it. Sometimes it takes 2 days. Sometimes I'll work on the video all day and all night and it still won't be enough, and I have to give up and go to the next day. So it can be really tricky. Anyway, just wanted to touch base with you guys and let you know what was going on. I wanted to do a live video for this, but I really don't think it would have worked too well because of their crappy internet here. I probably could have done it with my phone. I've got 4 bars, but even so, you never know. We'll try a live video later in the week maybe and see how it goes. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this up, upload it, because right after this one, I have a unboxing and a look at the Moto Z2 Play that my sister bought, and it seems to be a very nice phone, so I want to show you that video. So that one will be coming up either tonight or tomorrow, probably tomorrow, because it's going to be one of those longer edits. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. This video was made possible with support from viewers like you. If you find this video useful, consider becoming a patron for as little as $1 a month at patreon.com/FastGadgets.